Hi, this is fantastic. Take a look at what we have here. This is two, of the same rifle, for lack of a better term. Grade 1 Browning 22 semi-automatic. Very usable piece, probably has been used, gently used though, as you can see. Good utilitarian piece, original packaging with the foam and so on inside. But you can see there's been a little bit of dirt. Obviously it's been used. Grade 3, hand engraved. Not 100% sure on the engraver's name. There's a couple, but Guido is the, or Gino, sorry, is the name that we think it is. Probably been fired. I mean, test fired at the factory and so on. But beyond that, has it been fired? And certainly not been used out in the field and so on. So there's the same two rifles in this weekend's auction coming up. With two different uses, which is fantastic. Buy one for the grandkids to go out and teach them how to shoot, and one for yourself to keep in the office. Brad Ward here from Ward's Auctions and, in a roundabout way, Bud Haynes Auctions as well. The team from Bud Haynes, Jim and Linda, they're not here in the building right now. You've seen them in other videos that we've had. They have done all the cataloging. They're back home resting. We gave them half a day off. We are now set up for the sale, which is going to be on December 9th, 2017. Now that is almost entirely firearms and firearms related, with a few miscellaneous bits sprinkled in just to keep you out of trouble. It's 910 or 11 lots or something. One day, just on the Friday, viewing is going to be on the, or just on the Saturday, sorry, the viewing is going to be on the Friday from 3 o'clock until 8 o'clock. So for the first time ever, I've made myself a few notes so I don't forget to say stuff or say it wrong, which I just did anyhow. So the sale is on Saturday, December 9th. The doors will open at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm standing right in the front of the sales room. Well lit, comfortable, heated, air conditioned, depending on the time of year. Sale will start at 10 o'clock in the morning. So you do technically have an hour that morning that you can view the sale. That's great if you have no other option. I highly recommend you come on the Friday, which is on December 8th, from 3 o'clock until 8 o'clock. Because it's going to be busy registration, but more importantly, there is so much to look at, and you're going to see the whole sales room in a very quick time. So we're not really going to pick on too many firearms. There's no point. They're all well described in the catalog. Multiple photographs of each piece on the website, wardsauctions.com. The catalog will be on there. The time we're videoing right now is exactly a week before the viewing starts, and there is a catalog on there which is 99.9% accurate on the website. You can download it if you want. I kind of recommend, it says on the front of it, there still may be some changes or words to that effect. Just wait till that wording is not there on your online catalog. If you do log into our site, hit the refresh button, get the latest and greatest version, and wait till it doesn't say that before you print. And of course, we will have them here. You can buy them for $20, nice printed, glossy, and whatever. And it's about a half an inch thick, so it costs you $20 worth of ink to print it. You may as well just get it from us. So, online registration has already started, and online bidding has already started. You do have till viewing day, which is on the 8th as well, till 8 o'clock Alberta time to register for the online bidding. So after that, you're just too late. So it's already been on there for almost a week. So it's like every sale we get people on Saturday. Well, how come I can't register? Well, you've had 2 weeks, so too bad, too sad. Also, fill out the form. You're going to get a supplementary form from us to fill out, and it's going to be firearms sales specific, things like firearms license and possibly range information. It takes 2 minutes. It's no trouble at all. This is sort of miscellaneous tables over here. There's not a lot of miscellaneous in this sale. You're not going to be inundated with stuff that is not firearms related, and even the miscellaneous is for the most part firearms related. There's 40 cases of this 223 ammo you can see in front of me. Inside each case is actually 4 buckets like this. This is all factory sealed ammo. We opened one, to show you what it looks like. So this is called a Freedom bucket. Commemoratives in the sale, including this full wood RCMP piece. They're just so cool. I just love those RCMP ones, the full wood ones. There's knives, So there's collector ammo. So in the front 3 cases here, we've got a bit of everything. So this collector ammo, you're getting 3 flats in for one lot, and you do get some descriptions of what's in there. We're going to get people that'll say, well, I can't see it all, etc. It's photographed as best as we can on the website. It has to be sealed up during the sale, during the viewing, because things get mixed up or missing and whatever, and it just creates a whole lot of grief. So we just have to do it that way. There's a pile of optics. This is just a little selection of it. There's another case or a case and a half of pieces that you're not even going to see in the video because it's just in the wrong position. So have a good look at the website. That's what it is there for. More miscellaneous over here. We're only going to show one side of the table. There's a whole pile over there. Everything from powder to bullets, not so much ammo, but just projectiles for loading, dies, cases, stack on cabinets. There's a million cases in the sale and cabinets and so on. There's some bows and crossbows. Let me look at my notes here. Wardsauctions.com is where you're going to find it all. Just through a little circumstance, the budhaynes.com is not working right now, so hopefully we'll get that fixed up one of these days. Those that are doing the online bidding, there is 2 forms. So when you register for the online bidding, if you've never done it before, even if you have, you get another email from us that is a supplementary form or whatever we call it. It sometimes ends up in your junk mail, so pay attention to that. So before we approve you get that form, and it has those other specific questions. There's also a U.S. version and a Canadian version. So we get people filling out the wrong version. So pay attention to that part as well, because it's 2 different sets of shipping rules, more importantly than anything else. So this is all ammo in here. Apologize for the mess. We just had a sale this past weekend as well. But lots and lots of ammo. There's lots of reloads, but there's lots of factory ammo. There's lots of everything. There's custom stuff. There's vintage stuff. So all packaged up, described as best as possible. Jim and Linda did a great job doing that, of course, and little Steve doing the photography, and try to dot as many I's as we can. Along this wall, for those that have never been in, is where you typically get your plethora of restricted and ProHib pieces. So by way of a lesson, the ProHib pieces, ProHib 12.6 as an example on this little Colt Derringer, which, by the way, obviously never been fired. This came in from a consignor who, through an error in paperwork, can no longer own this. Now, there's no reason why he should not have been able to own this, other than he screwed up on some paperwork. So don't delay. If you have estate situations or you have licensing situations or whatever, don't delay, because next thing you know, you can lose privileges. So what happened here is he's lost this. So the feds wanted it back, and of course they're just going to cut it up into little tiny Derringer pieces. We don't want little tiny Derringer pieces. They're already small enough. So here it is, a perfectly unfired single shot 22 short, beautiful piece, but it is a ProHib 12.6. For the newbies, if you look at the back of your license, it'll tell you what you can and can't have. It'll tell you what you can own and what you can acquire. So you can, because there are circumstances where you can own something that you can't acquire another one of. So if it doesn't say 12.6 acquisition on the back of your license, you can't buy that. It's just the way it is. And if it doesn't say restricted acquisition on the back of your license, then you can't have this, which is a nice earlier Colt Government Model 45. The ProHib license, if you don't already have it, you can't get it, so don't ask. The restricted one, all you have to do is take the course. So we do have some courses coming up actually this month that we're offering in conjunction with Dave, and so if you don't have one, that one you can get. The ProHib you can't. But look at the great pieces in here. This single action Colt 1873 is tight as a drum. 260A is the lot number, and it is a great snug gun. You can go out and shoot that right now. Were it me, I would load my own and I would load them down a little bit, but you can go out and shoot that thing right now, no problem at all. What else? This one here is in the Steve featured it on our Facebook one day. Look at this, has a little retail tag from the original retail tag on it. 32 long Colt and 32 short, and it's a little pocket pistol, the original packaging. There is a holster with it as well. Just a great little lot. 200 Juliet is the number on that one. So anything that is 100 So 100 and 100A, 100B, 100C, or if it's 200, 200A, 200B, 200C, etc., 300, 400 exactly. Those ones exact with the 00, those are all ProHib 12.6. Just to help you, help us as well, so that we can remind you, boom, it's a ProHib. We're going to try to remind you as best we can that watch your license. Because what happens is you bid it, you can't own it, you have to pay for it. We're going to sell it again, charge you commission. It's a bit anticlimactic. We don't want that to happen. It's a nuisance to us, and it's certainly a nuisance to you as the bidder. So pay close attention. And the registration process it changes every month, just so you know. It seems like it changes every month anyhow. But in short, during the sale, we take your information. We take the seller's information, and we take our information, and we send it off to the feds on sale day. If we have enough pieces, and I'm not sure we do this time or not, but if we have enough, they open for part of that day, sale day, even though it's a weekend, to do some transfers. A couple things to keep in note. If it's a ProHib, it won't transfer that day. They just never do. It doesn't matter how many you already own or how well known you are to them, they won't transfer any that day. But some of the restricted stuff will. We've been finding lately that hardly any of them do. So just be aware that you know, I think the last sale we got 3. I could be wrong, but it was like 3 pieces out of a lot of restricted and ProHib pieces that came through. So just be aware of that. After that, it becomes a situation of the Monday or the Tuesday following the sale, we may just get a whole bunch of transfers in that allow us to let you have your piece or ship your piece. More likely, they will notify you that you get the piece without notifying us, which makes no sense to me either, so I know you're at home shaking your heads. We're shaking our heads too. So keep in communication with us. If you get a transfer, let us know. Then we know that we can either let you pick it up or we can ship it to you or whatever. We're going to ask you for a copy of that. So this whole wall right here is all registerable pieces, for lack of a better term, whether it's ProHib or restricted. You're going to find some antique stuff in there as well. And if it says antique in the catalog, it means it's no longer considered a firearm by Canadian standards, and so that can apply to antique where there's no ammo available, etc., and it can apply to rifles. So now that's a lot of rambling and not talking about too much about the firearms because there's no point. There's so many of them. It's pretty much a Winchester auction. If you've been looking through the image galleries and the video right now, there's a pile of them. Obviously, there's exceptions. We say that a little bit tongue in cheek. So this Harris Gunworks piece is an example. This gentleman here was and probably still is to a point, but he's getting a little bit older, a precision target shooter competitively. In 1998, the price on this one was $3,300. And it's in mint condition. Like, it's really been taken care of. I'm sure it's been used a little bit. We're again, not going to talk about a whole bunch of pieces. Look at what we have here. Lever actions like crazy, Savages, SKSs. The list just goes on and on. Just by way of, there's been a few inquiries about some of the consigners, and I'm going to probably bastardize the names here a little bit, but Mike Krasinowski out of Saskatchewan, or the late Mike, he was one of the larger consigners in the sale. Lots of lever actions. We had his pictures of his gun room on the website as well. Just a pile of stuff, plus Miscellaneous, and I think a lot of the antique ammo was his and so on as well. And then there's Guido Van Heebeek from Barhead, and I don't want to start listing all of them because there's a few people we get permission to talk about. Other people may not even want their names on, so those two we know we can talk about. But just a really clean collection. You're really going to enjoy coming and viewing, and that's why I can't express enough that you have to come to the viewing. Those that are out of town, I get it, you can't, or whatever. There's so much stuff here. There's 910 lots. It's worth driving from DC or Saskatchewan or whatever. It's not that far. When you're going to buy a bunch of stuff, then it's worth it. And two really significant issues is we don't ship ammunition under any circumstances. So even if you buy something that is sold with ammo, a gun that is sold with ammo, or a Miscellaneous that has a little ammo in it, we're not going to ship it to you. So if you want that gun shipped to you, then you're going to forfeit the ammunition. The other thing is we don't talk about bore. So as much as we'll tell you how nice the wood is and so on, The bore is just, unless it's properly measured and so on, it's too gray. So we're not going to talk about that. If you're in the building, you can come and see for yourself. And when you have this kind of volume, 100% unreserved, it's worth making a trip for. So that's something to consider. As an example, you can probably not worry about bore on this one here, lot 360 Foxtrot. This is a matching numbers Mauser, 1908 model. Matching number. It's never been in the trenches, obviously. Beautiful piece of hardware there. So you probably don't have to worry about condition on the bore on that one. And a lot of pieces you don't have to. But it has to be your decision to make. Look we're so full. I don't think we've ever had this many rifles. These are the cases that you just saw, or the stands you just saw on the camera there. Those are the ones that we use for moving the product in and out of the sales room during the sale, and they're full already, and every other rack we've completely used up all the racks, and everything is full. I don't think we've ever had this many long guns in a sale. So just to echo the whole thing, the sale is Saturday, December 9th. That's in Edmonton, Alberta, 11802 145th Street in Edmonton. All this information will be below in the description. Wardsauctions.com is where you can find multiple images of all the pieces. Nice images too. Our phone number, 780-451-4549. That's the office number. My name is Brad. There's other people that can help as well. Phone, ask questions, talk about consignment. We already have probably 100 pieces in for the next sale. So people phone this week, I want to bring stuff for your December 9th sale. It's too late. We want everything done ahead of time so it can be online, doing its job for you, the consigner. That's ultimately who we work for, is the consigner. Preview on the Friday on 8th. Again, that's December 8th, 2017, just in case this is being looked at in the future. 3 o'clock until 8 o'clock. And I highly recommend, you've seen how much volume there is. It's going to take you all that time to come and look and see what we have going on. What else can I tell you? This is the last sale for the year. It's been a good year. We certainly appreciate your support, and we're going to ask for it one more time right here. So I think I've probably forgotten about 28 things I was going to mention, but in the meantime, phone if you have questions. Don't phone about condition of stuff after you're seeing this, or questions about or whatever, because everything's going away. We got the next several hours to lock everything back up again, and it's not coming out till viewing day. So we have answered a few questions while we had them out today, and that's about all we can do. So thanks very much for watching. My name is Brad Ward on behalf of Ward's Auctions and Bud Haynes Auctions out of Red Deer. Thanks very much, and we'll see you on sale day.